Welcome back, Konalagu Ultimate Sisters. If you've just joined us, and well, we are talking about Miss Africa. And Konamanje, I'm about to speak to the founder of Miss Africa, Mr. Neo Mashishi. Welcome to the show.
Hi, DK. Or should I call you DK lady? I don't know.
Anything is fine with me.
Okay. Hi.
Now, can you just please introduce yourself to the viewers at home?
Well, my name is Neo Mashishi. But I usually say I'm not the founder of Miss Africa. I'm the co-founder. The founder is the man upstairs.
Sure, that's very true.
Yes, of course. So I'm just doing what he assigned me to do. Yes.
That's very inspirational. Now, we are talking about Miss Africa, rather. Can you please tell us more about the whole pageant?
Yeah, basically, I looked at the whole continent, holistically and say, we have pageants like Miss World, Miss Universe, but there's nothing of that nature about the African continent. And I thought, no, let one start something of that nature and invite all African countries to participate and let this be an African thing, And we don't want to be emulating Miss World and Miss Universe. We're showcasing the African culture. And if you were at the event, I'm sure you have seen the kind of attires the ladies were wearing. We're actually bragging about our African culture and diversity.
Now, what were you guys trying to achieve with this whole pageant?
Is to empower these young African women so they can tell African stories from women perspective. Sell Africa to the world in a nutshell. Showcase what's Africa all about, because sometimes whatever that the world sees about us or says about us is something totally different. But we're taking this initiative to take this pageant and say, look at what Africa is all about. That's
actually true. And I know you mentioned the fact that there are a whole lot of other beauty pageants, but what are some of the challenges that you came across when you started this whole thing?
Well, to interact with the custodians of a respective beauty pageant in respective countries, like your Miss Nigeria custodians, Miss Cameroon custodians, you have to prove your credibility. Who are you? And do you have the license, the rights to do that? Does your country support you? Because they cannot just take their respective queen and send her to South Africa to represent their country. You have to prove that you are credible, and that's when they came like, all right, fine, we can send our queen to your country.
Sure, I'm guessing that's the criteria that you guys look at for people who take part in the pageant.
Yes, we only take the queens. We deal with cream. We don't host. We don't host auditions ourselves. We take the respective queens from their respective countries, put them together. So with just queens. So these are the queens, and they participate, and then we choose the best out of the best.
Sure.
Yes.
That's very interesting. But who did you guys work with to make this event a success?
Well, from where I'm sitting, I would like to thank all the sponsors that came on board. You talk about Genesis Business School that are giving scholarship. That's another point. We don't just want to empower these women, say we give them products and all that. We give them education. So empowering that woman educationally is a lifetime, empowerment, rather than giving you products that are just going to disappear like a car. So we have Genesis Business School, we have the Orion Hotel Group that were also eloquent to come on board and say this is the kind of initiative that you can support. We have Ethiopian Airline that is saying, wow, we'll fly the girls from their respective countries to come to South Africa. So we thank them as sponsors who definitely made this event to be a success.
Yeah. That's actually true. Now, what are some of your future plans for Miss Africa?
We are going to be working with the AU. We've written a letter to them. They sound very interested. They're going to be integrating Miss Africa Foundation into some of their programs to ensure that the project, I'm not calling it a pageant anymore, it's a project, grows bigger. And for 2018, as a celebration, because this is a second edition, 2018 we are busy putting together a Miss Africa Continent calendar for 2018 with all of our top 12 queens. So I'm sure you guys will support us on that.
Of course, we'll be there.
So all those beautiful queens will be on the calendar. It's going to be distributed continentally as well, as part of the celebration.
Now, Mr. Mashishi, how can people actually get a hold of you on social media if they want to follow the journey and want to know more about Miss Africa?
They can visit our website, which is missafricacontinent.org. Our Facebook page is Miss Africa Continent. We have our Twitter at Miss Africa 16. Twitter and Instagram is the same. So they can see the progress and what's happening next, and they can just see the next, who's going to be the next Miss Africa 2018. But right now we are just happy with the current queen that we crowned. She's from Guinea. They speak French, you know, and because you know Africa actually has diversity. We have different languages, like you know, you are French, you have Portuguese, you have English, but now this time around the winner is from Guinea, and it's a French-speaking country. The first one is Ghana, you know, and they are what we pride ourselves in. They are so educated. They have degrees, postgrads, and all that. The previous one was a dentist, is a dentist as well, you know. So we don't want to paint a picture that you can enter a pageant without being educated. You must be educated. So you can be able to advocate the plights that are facing Africans. In case you are invited to a ceremony, she has to stand up and be able to advocate those plights that are facing Africa as an African ambassador.
Phew, that's very inspiring. Thank you so much for actually joining us and making time and tell us more about Miss Africa rather. Please keep doing the great work that you are doing.
Thanks, DK. I hope you'll be there on the next one.
No, I will. I'll probably be part of the contestants. Is that fine?
Yeah, you look fine. You will qualify, definitely.
Sisters Lape Makaya, I really hope that you guys enjoyed the interview. But you know what, guys? The show is not over. Don't even think of changing that channel. We'll see you right after this.